Hello friends, it's Bella from Marco Bella and this is my week 1 fitness journey review. So how has it been going? Guys, when I went to Scott's, he didn't give me anything crazy to do. He didn't cut calories, do this, eat that, whatever. No. He was like, okay, the first 2 weeks, we are literally going to be tracking everything you eat and we're going to be saying hello to our new friend, water. So if you watched the first video, you would have seen that my stats were really, really low. So you're supposed to be 55% hydration for normal body functioning. And I was at 36. So I was a cactus, guys. So the first thing he said is that I need to drink water. So this is my daily routine for water. So I'm going to use warm water because it's morning and I really like to use warm water in the morning because I don't want to give my body a cold shock. So we're going to get half a lemon. You can use cucumber, lime or lemon, right? Half a lemon and we're just going to squeeze that into our bottle like so. Just to get all the juice out. Try not to get the seeds in, especially if you're using a bottle because you just don't want to suck that into your straw. So I am drinking the lemon water every morning, 500 mils to a litre, depending on what your stomach can take, because sometimes it can initiate going to the bathroom. So if you've got a sensitive stomach, start with 500 mils. You don't have to have a water bottle, by the way. A glass is fine too, so I'm going to drink. It's kind of refreshing, a bit tangy. We're good. So I'm doing these reviews in retrospect, which means that right now I'm 3 weeks into the program and I'm looking back. Week 1 was hard. Like drinking more water was actually hard because I was breaking habits and I was drinking way more water than I was used to. So that was a new thing for my body to take in. And I was excited and pumped. Sometimes I didn't make the mark. So I was always supposed to have 3 liters a day. But you know what? I said to myself, I'm going to slowly do this, build into it, and then it's going to get easier and easier. And the truth is, now it is so much easier to drink 3 liters of water than it was on the first week. The first week was like, okay, I'm really chugging it down. Now it's like, sometimes I'm on to the 4th liter, right? But that's only because of my weight and because I am doing extreme exercise at the moment. So I need to make sure that I'm hydrated. Don't go and drink 4 liters of water all by yourself. And as I always say, consult a doctor. I'm not a medical doctor or anything like that. I'm just sharing my own personal journey. And I have people that are tracking me and monitoring me as I go through this fitness journey. So I'm making sure that I'm safe and that I'm doing the right thing for my body, right? Because everybody's different. And that's why for me, it's really, really important to get like a nutritionist or your doctor or somebody that can help you on your weight loss journey and not just venture into all kind of weird diets that are out there because there are so many and it is crazy. It's a crazy world out there. So that's week 1. It was just monitoring everything that I eat and drinking water and of course trying to exercise. So I was supposed to exercise 3 times a week. Did I manage in week 1? No, I didn't. I'm going to be honest. I didn't manage to exercise 3 times a week. I went to 1 boxing club and I did 1 PT session with one of the trainers at the Mighty 100. I didn't do any more. The reason was because I had extreme back pain and that was my number 1 excuse. I was like, oh, every time I move my back is hurting me and all that kind of stuff. And so I didn't do it. But one thing I did do is I used MyFitnessPal to track my calories. And I really, really enjoyed doing that because I was like, oh my goodness. Like one thing I loved eating before was macarons, right? Oh, they're so delicious. If you've eaten these and you love coconuts, honestly, guys, do you know how much 1 macaron has? 145 calories, guys. No, we cannot be having a whole box of macarons, Bethel. That's what I was doing before this program because I wasn't tracking and I honestly didn't think that a macaron would have 145 calories or something. So when I saw that and I tracked it, I was like, whoa, 145 calories. I'm not eating the whole box of 6. That's like nearly 1,000 calories from macarons. Oh my gosh, I could have like a huge steak for that, like a T-bone. So anywho, I cut that stuff out. And it was a lot easier for me to cut stuff out because of seeing like this wasn't giving my body any nutritional value. So that's why I loved MyFitnessPal. And no, this is not a product placement for MyFitnessPal. It's just my own personal journey, and I'm using MyFitnessPal, and I think it really, really works because you get to see in real time like, oh dear, well, that has 200 calories, that has 500 calories. Like a box of popcorn, for example, from the cinema might have like 1,000 calories in it. And you're like, okay, didn't realize it was that much, guys. But anywho, so I've been doing that, and when I went to my session with Scott, he asked me how it was going, and I was like, you know what, it's going okay. So week 2 began, and week 2 was the same thing, just tracking and having my water. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, okay, is it that simple? But here's the thing, at the end of week 2, when he scanned me, right, there wasn't much difference. And that kind of crushed me a little bit. I was like, what? I was like, I've been working super hard. No, I wasn't. I wasn't working super hard. All I was doing was just drinking water, right? So there was a little bit of difference, and I'll show you the numbers. So you can see there's some slight variations between my fat percentage, my overall fat weight, and my water hydration has gone up by 2%, guys, which is amazing. And I have gained like a tiny percentage of muscle, which is awesome. But it just shows you that if I continue eating the same way, nothing's going to change, right? So I've got to make some drastic changes. And also bearing in mind that I was only doing 2 workouts in that 2-week period. So I went to boxing and I had my PT session. So 4 overall in 2 weeks. Yeah, that wasn't good enough. So what Scott said is that I need to change my settings on my MyFitnessPal, because at that time it was on maintain my weight. So I needed to change it to lose weight, 1 kilo a week. You don't want to be losing tons of kilos per week, guys, because most of that is just going to be losing water and all that kind of stuff. And then you're going to be diminishing your hydration, which is terrible for you anyway. So you want to lose like a small amount of weight over a longer period of time, because then your body's going to keep it off because it's lost it properly. So I'm now on 1.3 calories per day. And yeah, when I first heard that, I was like, no ways, that's hard. I'm not going to be able to do that. But he was like, the thing is, Bethel, if you're eating chocolate, then 1.3 calories per day, yeah, it's going to be a little bit. But if you're eating healthy things like steak and chicken breast, which doesn't have all the fat on it, and, you know, filling vegetables and salads and all that kind of stuff, then guess what? 1.3 is going to be a lot of calories. And at first I didn't believe him because it's been a while since I'd eaten that well. But when I started eating healthily, I was actually getting really full, like really full. This one meal I had where I had like this, what was it, like courgette and carrot spiralized salad with beef skewers. Oh my gosh. I was so full, I actually felt like puking afterwards. Not because the food was disgusting, but I had eaten too much vegetables. I think my mind was thinking, I need to eat a lot because I want to be full. But actually, I was so full that I actually felt like puking because it was too much food. So yeah, I've been able to do that. And now that I've been keeping up with the workouts, so I actually started doing the workouts. And you'll see some of those in the next week's review. Yeah, I have so much more space, because obviously if I do a 500 calorie workout, then that's 500 calories more that I could eat, or I could, if I don't feel hungry, then that's an extra 500 calories that I've lost. So this is really, really important, guys. Slow and easy wins the race. Don't try and rush into anything. It's so important to just go slow and easy so that it can become a habit, so that it can go into your family's habits as well, because it's been really important for the family to be a part of this journey as well. And I will talk about that in the 2-week review actually as well, because that was like breaking point for me, where I realized like, oh no, I need to get my family on board with this if I'm going to succeed. And I'm going to do that video with Mark, because I need to talk about how we were able to come to an agreement about me doing my fitness program and what that meant for the family, and even talking to my son about it, like, hey, mummy's not going to always be there at this time or whatever. I'm going to have to go out and do my exercise, but hey, that means that mummy's going to be able to beat you in a race one day. And that's our current joke, but I'm for real, like, I'm going to challenge Micah Seth to a run. Because right now he will beat me hands down. But at least by the time I lose weight and get super fit, even if I don't beat him, I'd hopefully come tie with him. It's good to be fit and be able to run around with your kids. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope that you've enjoyed this review.